Did you guys hear about the Capcom situation where they got hacked recently? Honestly, it feels super bad that they can't catch a break. So for those who don't know, Capcom, the gaming company, the game developers behind Street Fighter, Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, the Ace Attorney series, they recently got hacked and a bunch of their stuff was leaked, right? And so because of this, a lot of their confidential information is just like out in the open. Now, I won't say all the specifics, but I will leave a screenshot here. This honestly sucks, not gonna lie, because on one hand, I think it's pretty interesting, the news we got, but on the other, getting this news without their consent just feels really wrong. And so, you know, on the bright side, right, Capcom actually does have like a lot of interesting plans in store for us. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm personally a huge Ace Attorney fan. And so it's really refreshing to see, after all this time, we get to see some incredible Ace Attorney news come from all this. Again, I feel pretty bad that this news came without Capcom's consent, but at least there's something to look forward to in all of this. Now, I'm just going to preface this by saying that none of this news is completely confirmed officially, right? However, it's safe to say that I feel like it's pretty credible, and I think it's at least worth talking about. Now, the things that were leaked from Capcom was a DMC2 source code, an Umbrella Chronicles source code, Resident Evil 4 VR, the Ace Attorney collection for PS4 and Switch, and Monster Hunter Rise for PC. A lot of this information above does bring in a lot of questions, but the big one, for me at least, is, you know, didn't Ace Attorney already have a collection that came out on the PS4 and Switch? Well, this is actually different because this is actually the Great Ace Attorney's localization. In Japan, you might have heard it's called Dai Gyakuten Saiban, and so this is actually the Ace Attorney collection that was leaked. I never thought we would see the day where we get an official release in the West for the Great Ace Attorney. So this news honestly has me super hyped. The last big Ace Attorney we had in the West was like Ace Attorney 6, right? Spirit of Justice, if we're not including the collection. And in Japan, the last like official Ace Attorney game was DGS 1 and DGS 2. And so it was leaked that they're selling these two games in a collection on the Switch and PS4, which is honestly so sick. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Something I remember being told a long time ago was that the reason it was hard for them to localize this game was because in the West, there was like a couple of trademark problems. So they actually did ask the producer about, you know, when we're going to see this game on the West, if it's going to happen. And, you know, long story short, they basically said that there's certain circumstances that prevent them from doing so. And so I think that the circumstances, at least one of them, involves the fact that they use a character with the name Sherlock Holmes in the game. And so I think that those circumstances prevent them from like really being able to like fully localize the game, because, you know, you cannot really use that name, I guess, without having to go through this huge hassle. So their workaround, which I'm very happy to share in this video. Okay, give me a second. Their workaround was changing this character's name to Herlock Sholmes. I'm not joking. This is actually their way. This is actually their way to work around the trademark problem. So, okay, I'm going to get back to the name in just a second. So I just want to mention that pretty much the way copyright stuff works is just different over in the West compared to Japan. So if you've ever seen the JoJo's anime, you'll notice that certain names that are based off of like bands are actually reworked and renamed in the localized version of JoJo's, the English version. So regardless of how ridiculous it sounds, I mean, honestly, I can barely look at the name without laughing, right? But this name is like, I think the way they were able to deal with the whole Sherlock Holmes situation, like the name. And so I'm not the only one that feels this way about this name. I find it funny, but if you go on Twitter, you'll see that this name actually went, you know, viral. It started trending. So no, we didn't have Capcom being hacked as a trend. We didn't have Ace Attorney or Resident Evil news as a trend. We have Herlock Sholmes actually trending. So if you look at all these memes, you'll see that, you know, people are just going to town. Like, some people are mad with, you know, there's an uproar that the name is silly, and, you know, some people are like just laughing, right? Like myself. And so, you know, I'm not gonna lie, these memes are honestly destroying me. These are too good. So anyway, another thing I want to talk about was this timesheet that was shown that suggests that Ace Attorney 7 is actually being developed. So at this point, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Like, 2020, we have Ace Attorney 7 news. Like, I guess not real news, like unofficial news. We'll find out soon enough how legitimate everything is. I'm honestly not sure what sounds more believable at this point. Ace Attorney 7 or Herlock Sholmes? Like, it's safe to assume that the Great Ace Attorney collection's looking real because of how this news came from Capcom themselves, you know, information leaks. But if you look at it that way, then I would say all this looks pretty legit, right? There was this leak that was related to Resident Evil 8 having a potential release in spring 2021. And it does make sense when you look at how Capcom has released games in the last few years around that date, right? Like Devil May Cry 5, RE2 Remake, RE3 Remake. They release around that time frame. And my thoughts on the whole DMC2 source code, I honestly have no clue. Like, it actually doesn't make any sense because DMC2 was already ported recently onto the Switch, so I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Anyways, that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How do you feel about this information? How is it looking? I honestly feel pretty bad that Capcom had to have this news, like, honestly exciting news shown, you know, through a leak. That's pretty unfortunate. But on the bright side is that we've at least seen all these cool projects they have in store for us, so it's something to get excited for, in my opinion. I'm personally excited the most for the Ace Attorney news, and I'm like really looking forward to seeing if like Ace Attorney 7 is like actually like legit. And I'm also really happy about all the memes that have come from this leak because it's just made my day, honestly. It's really funny. I can't even look at the name Herlock Sholmes without laughing. It's just too ridiculous. Okay. Herlock? I can't even say it. All right. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I'm Kuma King, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace!